Welcome to another episode of the Bombastic podcast. I'm your host, Imani Wilson. You can check out this podcast in both its audio and visual greatness on YouTube at youtube.com/Enigma417 or simply when you search the Bombastic podcast with Imani Wilson. You can also check out this podcast on all the different platforms in which you listen to your favorite podcasts. But please, I absolutely urge you to take this time to possibly consider hitting that subscribe button and check out the weekly podcast channel on YouTube for more updates by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell, or again, subscribing anywhere you listen to your podcast. It is spooky season. It is Halloween. It is Dia de los Muertos for all my Latinx folks out there who are celebrating their dearly departed. So happy holidays to you all, for all the folks who do acknowledge and celebrate. First things first, I have to say my favorite movies of the year so far, or better yet, my favorite movie of the year so far. I'm a fan of The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is a film that just came out around this time of the year, had a limited release last week of the time of this podcast. I think that was October, October 16th, I want to say it came out. Yeah, about 16th or 17th, if I'm not mistaken. Essentially stars Robert Pattinson, a.k.a. New Batman, Willem Dafoe, a.k.a. the Old Green Goblin. I love it because I feel like it was just one of those weird fucking movies from A24. A24, my God, I'm telling you, like them and Anna Perina, seriously, are coming out with some surreal shit these days. Surrealism in film is back in a really big way. The first two episodes of Watchmen have been gripping. It's honestly a bit of social commentary meets superhero action meets surrealism and sci-fi. And I honestly think that just covers the Watchmen as a whole. Watchmen have always been a very sort of conscious and pseudo serious and political piece. The graphic novel, which I've loosely read, itself was speaking about issues involving the Cold War. So I don't see why this wouldn't be relevant. I love Regina King's character, Sister Night. I feel like she's honestly been such a beast in this role. So much to the point that it's only making me wonder how far this is going to go. It's like almost like a fucking 3:45 in the morning. I don't even know why this is like a sensible hour for me to be doing a podcast, but my mind is like wired with a bunch of things I want to say before bed. And right now we have a lot of games that are out with a lot of Halloween and a lot of holiday based modes. You've got Apex and their entire... first of all, Apex unleashed a whole new map before Fortnite even did this whole rebranding bit of like, hey, we have a new map, new season, Apex did that shit first. I instead decided to not necessarily get the new COD. I wanted to opt to get the game, The Outer Worlds, that just came out on the 25th. Now, it itself, developed by Obsidian, and most folks would say has a Fallout New Vegas feel, meets a sort of Borderlands style-esque humor with the sort of space background and setting of a No Man's Sky space exploration game. That called to me more than just like, all right, rifles, domes, no scopes, kill streaks, all of that shit. I'm like, for me, that shit has its own place. It does. You have your pick. You can go ahead and go for your COD, or you can go ahead and go for the Outer Worlds. If you want to go ahead and go for a new online PvP experience that's going to ensnare you into being the best of the best, go do that. I wanted to get myself ensnared into a story and really continue to flesh it out and see, where all this wacky dialogue and first-person shooting gameplay takes me. I found this picture on one of these, sort of digital photography pages or something like it. I want to just talk about everything that's fucking wrong in this picture. First of all, somebody said, hey, this is a really good way to sell a camera lens. Never fucking mind that camera lens is like the size of a grenade launcher in a fucking game. You're talking about a camera lens attachment that literally is about $15,000 that I believe is from Canon. Like their fucking G line or the G series, whatever the fuck it is. A $15,000 fucking camera attachment. Do you understand that the shit she is holding a fucking like mid 2000s car in her fucking hand? But that's not what's really wrong here. My thing is, where are your fucking clothes? Like for me, when I look at that attachment, I'm wondering why this get up? Why are you without motherfucking pants with that big ass attachment lens? You are not shooting that in the house. There's no reason for that lens in the house. So what is the fucking purpose? If she was in a safari outfit, that would make more motherfucking sense. But to literally be in your drawers with that $15,000 attachment, I'd be like, sweetheart, honestly, I understand you must think this is sexy because hey, it's phallic and it's big and it's expensive. Put the motherfucker down, okay? We are in the house. All right, there's no reason for that attachment. There's no fucking reason why I need that much depth of fucking field in the living room, in the bedroom. It is never that fucking deep. But I'm not even done on this fucking picture. Let's talk about the biggest atrocity here. The fuck is them cornrows? What are we doing right now? I want to know. I just want to know who actually okayed this whole photo and said, you know what we're going to do? You're going to have this face like you're so happy to be holding this big ass $15,000 camera attachment that if you drop right now, you're going to fucking cry. But you're going to do it in your fucking drawers, be half-ass naked. And then on top of all of that shit, sweetheart, you're also going to have cornrows. Some fucked up ass looking cornrows. Like, in fact, no. You know what those are? Those are cultural appropriation fucking cornrows. Because you could tell that somebody did not do a great job on them shits. Listen, a woman of color, a black person didn't do them fucking cornrows. Point blank period. I'm not going to placate. I'm not going to step around it. Those are not fucking black people cornrows.